Hi, hello YouTube. This is Carrie Ann Nomi. What was I going to? Oh, I was just gonna update you on a few things. I don't really have much to update you on because I updated you a couple of days ago. But anyway, ever since I came back from my trip, it's it's exhausting getting back to your reality. I am 26 weeks, I think. We're 26 weeks pregnant, and we have gestational diabetes. We've known that for about 4 weeks. But anyway, basically what happens with us when we get gestational diabetes is that the blood, not blood, but the insulin, we take insulin. We take 11 units. It's a mix. It's a pen, Novolin pen that I have, and so I have to inject myself with 10 or 11 units in the morning and 6 units in the evening. And the one good thing about having cerebral palsy is that that my insurance company doesn't question why I'm getting a pen and not a vial, not vials of insulin, which you would have to mix. So I'm very pleased that I don't have to fight that battle. So then I have to take my blood once in the morning when I wake up, once before I eat, if it's not soon after I wake up, an hour after I eat my breakfast, before my lunch, and after an hour after my lunch, and then before my dinner and an hour after my dinner. So anyway, I'm not really good at remembering this stuff. I'm usually on the go during the day, so I go here, there, between both my sons in some sort of school. I have a kindergartner, and then I have a preschooler, so I'm doing things for them, and then also, of course, doing things for my husband and things. So I just not very good at being proactive about that. I never was. I mean, with my first son, I had gestational diabetes. My second son, I had gestational diabetes. And now this one, I have gestational diabetes. And so, what happens is the later you get in your pregnancy, at least in my case, I have what's called a stress test every week. I have an ultrasound every week. I have to see my endocrinologist every other week, or every month. I don't remember. Every other week, I think it is. And on top of that, I have all my meetings and things I still need to attend. Luckily, it's almost the end of the year, school year, so I won't have as many meetings. But I'm just feeling exhausted. I'm feeling blessed that we've been able to carry this child as far as we have, with as many accidents as I'm very with my cerebral palsy, I have one leg that's shorter than the other, and I trip a lot. Well, not super a lot, but I trip enough when I'm not pregnant. But when I am pregnant, and as you know, when I get further along, the weight of my pregnancy tends to throw my balance off. And it's just one of those things you have to deal with when you have cerebral palsy, and you're not living in a wheelchair all the time. In fact, I'm sure people that have cerebral palsy that live in a wheelchair, who are pregnant, have their own difficulties, but I can't say anything about that because I've never had to live in a wheelchair. So I just am feeling overwhelmed with the responsibilities of taking care of my gestational diabetes. And I do have my C-section all planned out. One of the things is that with my first son, I had an induction, so I had Pitocin, and I had a 72-hour labor, and he just so happened to be born because, well, first of all, he happened to be born on his due date, and second of all, his heartbeat dropped, and I had to make the hardest decision of my life, because I really wanted to experience natural birth, but I wasn't progressing, and there's nothing you can do if you're not progressing and the heartbeat drops. They have to, well, they don't have to, but it's pretty recommended that you get a C-section. So then when I got pregnant with my second one, I wanted to try VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean. But again, I ran into the issue of I didn't progress. I tried everything. I walked miles and miles and miles. I exercised like crazy. Like at the last 2 weeks of my pregnancy, I forced my husband to I mean, I followed everybody's advice at that point, you know, everybody's advice. But anyway, so none of that stuff worked. And then, you know, we had scheduled a C-section for my other son's due date. And my doctor at that point really didn't want me to go to my due date because he was afraid with insulin. Insulin is a hormone, a growth hormone. So when you inject it into yourself, there's a potential that the child inside you will grow at such a rate. That's why you have all the ultrasounds and stress tests and things like that to make sure that the child is still safe. So anyway, so I did not have a VBAC. I did have a cesarean. This time I went into the doctor's office and I told my current doctor that I didn't want to try VBAC and let's schedule a C-section. And because the more C-sections you have, the higher risk you are for complications. His due date is the 25th of July, and that is when my cesarean will be taking place. So, I just realized I said I don't know the sex of the child. But I have a strong feeling it's a boy. My husband wants a girl, I want a boy. And I always tell people, one of us is going to be elated, the other one's going to be content, because whatever we have as long as the child is safe and healthy, that's what counts. So, irregardless of what we have, I will love the child, no matter what. So, but I do feel like it's another boy. Let's see, what else? So, that's it. I don't have much else to say. As always, thank you to my subscribers for subscribing. If you like my videos, please do subscribe, and ask questions and comments down below, or you can comment a question in my private message, and I will, if you have questions, I will follow it up in the next video. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later. This is Carrie Ann Nomi signing off.